What's up, guys? Today the subject is not swinging wild and not trying to load up or not loading up and not trying to hit everyone hard. You don't have to hit people hard, and this is specifically for MMA. You don't have to hit people hard. You just have to hit them. You just have to connect. It's about landing accurately and hit them flush. There's a lot of people that are like Anderson Silva is probably the greatest example of that. Not that he was some huge puncher. He was a sniper. This dude didn't have to hit people hard. He just hit them. And the heavier the weight class, even less, you have to put less power into it. You just have to land. Like if a heavyweight, there's heavyweights out there that if they landed, like Alex Pereira is like a super exception, but there's other heavyweights out there, they could drop people with a jab if they landed flush. You don't have to hit people hard. You just have to hit them. If you think about it, you got people like Floyd Mayweather who lands, I think they said like 41% of his strikes. 41%. He's considered one of the greatest fighters of all time, if not the greatest boxer of all time. And the average, so he's 41%, he's the GOAT. Well, the average striker, boxer, kickboxer, MMA person, and especially in MMA because the gloves are smaller, they land maybe 25% of their strikes, probably less, maybe even like 20%. So if you're gonna throw one, if you're only gonna hit someone one in every 4 or 5 shots, what's the point of loading up and swinging wild? You need to be accurate. You need to be accurate. You need to try to hit them, not try to hit them hard, because if you hit them clean, you're going to get the knockout regardless. Oftentimes you'll hear people that get knockouts, especially like newer people that aren't super experienced. They'll be like, man, I've had students do this. When I'm coaching them, they'll go in there and knock the person out. They're like, man, I barely hit him. And yeah, because you don't have to hit them hard. You just have to hit them right. You have to hit them. You need to be accurate and try to hit them. Hit them on the chin, on the temple, in the nose. And being accurate and just landing. You can knock someone out with a 65-70% shot if you're hitting them accurately. And obviously there's exceptions, guys. There's some people that hit super hard and there's some people that don't have much punching power at all. So you kind of have to determine which one of those style of fighters you are. But I would say everybody in general, like most people aren't on the spectrum of Alex Pereira, and then most people aren't on a spectrum of like a lot of the girls that fight at lighter weight classes, 105 pound, like Invicta. You're not going to have a lot of power if you fight 105 pounds, 115 pounds. Like Joanna was probably one of the best strikers in the history of the UFC, but she didn't have no power. So you at least as a man, you're not going to have that level of low punching power, but you're probably not going to have the Alex Pereira punching power. A lot of people are like mid-tier, and you can be mid-tier and knock a lot of people out if you connect. So it really is just about, you don't have to hit people hard. You just have to hit them. Focus on being accurate. And when you're hitting the bag and you're hitting the pads and stuff, sometimes put MMA gloves on and just pick your shots. Just like, you don't want to swing 100% hard on pads or bags or sparring with little gloves. You will hurt your hands. If you're sparring with little gloves hard, you may hurt your teammates as well. But when you're hitting pads, just shoot your shots. Just pick your shots. Hitting bags, it doesn't always have to be hard. If it's hard, it's more for conditioning. If you're focusing on accuracy, go a little slower and be full extension and work your technique and work on landing in the same spot over and over. It's like almost similar to a leg kick concept. Like when you're kicking the leg, a lot of people don't hurt people with leg kicks because one time they hit them in the hip, the next time they hit them by the knee, the next time they hit them over here, and they hit them over there. Like you can land 5 leg kicks on somebody and do relatively no damage because you've hit 5 spots, where you could focus on being accurate more and throw the leg kick 70% and hit the same spot every time, and it could do more damage, if that makes sense. So focus on landing and not hitting someone hard. Focus on hitting them in general, just landing and connecting. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you got any comments or anything, any questions you'd like me or subjects you'd like me to talk about, leave a comment below. If you're new to martial arts and looking for a gym in your area, get my book, The Ultimate Guide to Choosing a Martial Arts School and Instructor. The link is in the description below. Thank you, guys.